Hello and welcome to this wonderful course of computer network. And as you all know, that computer network is one of the greatest invention of all the time, and it has completely changed our way to live. Like the way we communicate with each other, the way we talk with each other, the way we share our emotions with each other, and the way we learn, the way we play. It has changed all the ways, and during this pandemic situation, we have seen that this never let the world go down, and we are learning, we are playing, we are communicating with each other with the help of this computer network, or I say internet. And this computer network term itself says that it's a network of computer. But let's understand the formal definition of computer network, which is the collection of nodes connected by communication links used for sharing resources and transferring information from one end to the other. So, what we have to learn during the semester is in terms of computer networks, we have to learn internet and how internet works and how it provides us a platform uh, to use many internet applications which we see these days. And as we all know that if we talk about internet, so internet is all about TCP/IP protocol suite, which we are going to discuss soon. But before that, let's understand what we are going to discuss during this particular chapter one. That we will talk about internet, we will talk about internet, and we will talk about the two things that the complete internet is divided into two parts. The first one is network edge and the second one is network core. We will discuss about these two things in detail. Then we will discuss about the performance, and which is completely dependent on the data loss, the data delay and throughput. And then we will talk about the security part, and then we will talk about the TCP/IP protocol suite, which is divided into five layers, and this particular TCP/IP protocol suite is inspired from OSI model, which has got seven layers. So we will study those layers uh, during the whole semester, and we'll see some history of internet. So let's understand internet's nuts and bolts. As you can see, this is a small picture of a network, and you can say uh, all these devices are using internet. Here you can see the institutional network, here you can see the home network, and here you can see the mobile network. This is global internet service provider, and this is regional internet service provider. It's a kind of architecture of internet, and now we will understand this particular architecture uh, later on, but we should know what are the nuts and bolts of internet. So let's see. The first thing is millions of connected computing devices. So as in the earlier slide I was talking about, uh, that internet is broadly classified into two parts, the network edge and network core. So if we talk about network edge, what is at the edge of computer network? So at the edge of computer network, we have millions of connected devices. Those devices can be computer, those devices can be mobile phones, those devices can be any device which can uh, receive and transmit data uh, from itself, is called a node, and that device is at the edge of uh, computer network or internet. So that is why we have got one thing in internet, uh, that is network edge, and the other thing is network core, which is connecting these network edges together. So millions of computers, millions of cell phones, servers, and many other devices As you can see these days, we have got internet has completely changed the way to live. That now these days we are living in smart homes. So all the smart devices which are connected with internet are also called the end devices or end systems, which are at the uh, edge of internet. So that is why it is called network edge. Here you can see PCs, servers, wireless laptops, smartphones. They all come under network edge. Now let's see next what we have. The second thing is communication link. Links which are connecting these devices. So these things comes under your network core. The core part of network is communication link, and those links can be optical fiber. Those links can be of copper wire, radio waves, radio signals, satellites, and the main thing is transmission rate, which is the bandwidth. So as we all know that optical fiber is the latest technology, and it transmits information in the form of light. So it is considered the fastest one. So the bandwidth, which means bits per second, would be highest for the optical fiber. And then we have copper, radio waves, satellite. um, so these are the part of network core, and in the same way we have got router, which is the heart of internet, and this router is used for connecting different networks together. It is also called packet switch, and this particular router is used for uh, routing and forwarding the packets which are coming to its one end, and it transmits those packets or those messages to the destination in a shortest way. So this is the heart of internet. And we have got one more thing which is called switches. Routers are more smarter than switches, because switch works at data link layer, router works at network layer. I think you're not getting what I'm saying, because we haven't learned about the TCP/IP protocol suite and OSI model, which are the layered based architectures. So let's discuss those things in later lectures. Right now, these are the nuts and bolts of internet, in which the first thing is network edge, which has millions of communicating devices connected with the internet. The second thing is communication links, which can be optical fiber, copper, radio waves, satellite communication, and this is also called network core. And this packet switches, which has routers and switches. These devices are also the part of network core. So these are the nuts and bolts of internet. Here you can see in the diagram that these are the end devices, computers, which are connected with the routers, and this router is connected with other router which is at some distance. Then these routers are connected with uh, regional ISPs network. Then regional ISPs connected with global internet service provider network. That is how it goes, and we get the um, access to internet, and we use millions of applications which are facilitating our life these days. And these are the examples of some home appliances which are connected with internet these days in smart homes. So like computer network is not confined to computers only these days, because it's an era of IoT, which stands for Internet of Things, in which all the devices which can receive and transmit data can get connected with internet, and it can facilitate a life, and it can completely change the way we live. Internet is nothing but it's a network of networks. I hope you must have heard this definition of internet, that we call it network of networks. That means uh, it's a very big infrastructure, and it's all about the internet service providers, which have laid down this network across the world. And this internet or network of networks uh, runs with the help of protocols only. And protocols are nothing but set of rules, and which all have to follow, governed by the central authorities. And these are some examples of protocols. I hope you must have heard these protocols: TCP, IP, HTTP, SKY 802.11. So these are the examples which we are going to discuss in detail in our coming lectures. And internet has some standards, and those standards are RFC, IETF. RFC stands for request for comment. Each protocol present in internet has its own RFC, and which is like open source. And second is Internet Engineering Task Force, which controls all the internet tasks. It's just an introductory lecture of computer networks. All the things or terms which are new to you, we will understand, we will discuss those things in our coming lectures. And if you see internet as a service, then it's a infrastructure that provides services to applications. An example of those applications are web, like the web which you use for web surfing, like your web browsers is one of the application is used for web surfing. Then you have voice over IP. This particular application is used for communicating with each other for voice calling. Then this is most popular application which is used these days as well, and it is called internet. It is run with the help of SMTP protocol. This web application is run with the help of HTTP protocol. So that is how it goes. So these are the examples of applications uh, which uses services of the internet. Like, it's an infrastructure that provides services to various applications. Being an end user, what I know all about internet is an application which runs on a computer, like web browser. I click on web browser, I open my email, I chat with friends, I play online games. So a service view of internet is infrastructure that provides services to various applications which are used these days. And it also provides programming interface to various applications. So the next and very important thing of internet is protocols. In the last slide I told you that it's a set of rules, and protocols are everywhere. In humans we have protocol, and in the context of internet of computer network, we also have protocols. With the help of protocols, this complete thing is possible. In humans there's always a protocol to follow. When you're talking to a stranger, you have to act in a different way. When you're talking to a friend, you have to act in a different way. When you're talking to your family member, you have to act in a different way. So there is a protocol to follow to communicate with each other. In the same way, in context of computer network, we have protocols for machines rather than humans. So all communication activity in internet governed by protocol. And it protocol is nothing but it's a set of rules. And the actual definition of protocol is: protocol defines the format order of messages sent and received among network entities, and action taken on message transmission and receipt. Here, format means how your message is designed, because uh, in internet, or in terms of computer network, humans are not there, machines are there which need to understand your message. So you need to have a format of a message in which you decide the first few bytes of this particular message or packet are used for this particular task. The next number of bytes are used for some specific task, and so on. So that is how it goes. Format means the way you design the data packet used for communication. Then the order of those data packets which are sent by the sending side, and what you do when you receive those messages. So the actual definition of protocol is: protocols define format of a message, order of messages sent and received among network entities, and action taken on message transmission and receipt. So that is how it goes. It's a simple example of protocol. In humans, if you are talking to a stranger and you need to ask about the time, then you have to say hi, then it will reply you hi, then you will say got the time. It will this particular guy will give you the time. There's always a way to talk with your friend. There's a different way to talk with your family member. There's a different way to talk with your with strangers. So that is how it goes. And if you talk about computer network, in this you have to send a communication request for the data transfer first of all, because the destination party is agree or not for the data communication or not. Then if this particular destination receives your request, then it will send you the response that I'm ready to communicate with you. Then only you can ask for something from this particular server. So that is how it goes. This is a client, this is a server. If you want to have something from the server, you need to first of all request that I want this thing, and then server will give you a response that I'm ready to have connection with you, and I'll share the information with you. Then you will request that particular web page or whatever you want from the server, then this particular server will reply you. So protocols, like, protocol is going to decide the format of a message. So this particular computer is sending a request to this particular server, so that message format is decided by the protocol which these two devices are using for communication. In the same way, the message which this particular server is going to send to this particular client, that particular message format is going to decide by the protocol which these two end devices are using. So that is how it goes. And protocol works for TCP/IP protocol suite. So this is the introduction part of our computer network course, and from the next lecture we'll start our unit 1. Thank you. See you in the next lecture.